Hi, we're the Burks. This is our greenhouse in Costa Rica. Come on in. We just kind of got tired of having to go out to get our vegetables. We have beautiful produce here in Costa Rica, the farmers market every week, which is one of the best ones around, the one in San Ramon. But I really like growing my own food, knowing exactly where it comes from, keeping it organic, and having the variety that we can have here. We have everything from vegetables, spinach and beans and lettuce and tomatoes, to medicinal herbs like plantain and echinacea, mints. I grow my own root vegetables or root spices. I've got gingers and Thai ginger, and it's so fun to come out here. The smell is amazing. This basil, when you walk into it and bump into it, the aroma just lasts forever, and it's wonderful. And if I bump up against my mint plants over here, the spearmint, it's just my happy place, and so I love it. The plants don't talk back. It's peaceful, and we're just loving gaining everything we can from it.
The greenhouse is about 24 foot by 24 feet. We did include the pond over here, which takes up part of the room. We did cement the flooring here too, just to make it a little easier for the weeds not popping up and less work to do. And then we did these block raised beds to save on the back, as well as to make it a little easier to get to, with walkways all the way around. So we thought that was a good plan for some of the stuff that we wanted to plant actually in soil and not just in the water, like the hydroponics up above here. We did protect it a little bit from the wind, which keeps things growing well here, and it does make it a little warmer here in the greenhouse too, which helps the plant growth as well. So it works well for what we're doing. We do have some outside beds as well that are outside of the greenhouse, but for some of the stuff that we want a little more protection, we plant them here in the greenhouse.
The nice part about having the greenhouse kind of covered and protected is that during the rainy season, nothing is drowning. I like having the protection of the greenhouse because it protects the delicate things. It protects the lettuce. It gives a great place for the tomatoes to grow, and it's kind of just the perfect setting year round.
So what we decided to do was to do an aquaponic system. We've put in here a pond or pool that's about 3 feet deep and a couple feet wide. It's probably 25 feet long. And then here we have a pump going into the bottom that brings the water up through this pipe, brings it all the way over to the other side, and then distributes down to each one of these pipes here. And basically the fish help feed the lettuce helps clean the water back for the fish, and it just makes a cycle that is very natural. We don't have to use any chemicals, and we're able to grow a lot of lettuce here. Let me pull one of these lettuces out for you to see. You can see the root system starting and working very well in the water. The key is to always keep them moist. And we did a variety of different kinds of lettuce. And down here we have some duckweed. The fish like to hide underneath it. They will also eat some of the root systems and the growth at the bottom. So it's a great add to the pond. So as you can see, the water's flowing through each one of these pipes, hitting each one of the lettuce and flowing out, aerating the pond as well, so the fish get some air that way. So it's just it's a great circle of life, I guess, huh? And it kind of feels like a waterfall in here, the noise, and just makes you feel like you're in a peaceful, happy place, enjoying the growth of the plants, getting something fresh to eat. And I think that's why a lot of people move to Costa Rica, is they like the idea of maybe a little bit healthier lifestyle, eating healthier, being out in the sun, growing what they want to. It's just a win-win, and the greenhouse is just a natural way to make some of that happen. And then at the end of 7 months, you'll also have plenty of fish to eat, and you can harvest the fish, the tilapia, and get some new fish in there. So, all right, so this is the pump that we had purchased. You can see the performance range is up to 13 meters. As far as head, it goes up to 10 meters of length, so the suction coming up. The power, it's 0.2 kilowatts and up to 0.5 kilowatts. This is a picture of the unit here. And so what we did is we connected this onto the top of the pump here, and then you connect the hard flex black piping that we have here going up. And that goes all the way across here down to the other side. We have a T down at the other side, and what we do then is we take from the T and we ran it down this side and down this side. Here you can see that in the top there's like a plastic fitting that actually goes inside the pipe, punctures into the black hard pipe. You do the small flexible 1/4-inch piping into the big tubes here. You can either use 3-inch or 4-inch pipe, whatever you would like. You can even go down to maybe 2-inch, probably be the smallest you want to go, because of the root systems can clog up as they start growing. So I would say probably 3-inch would be the best way to go for the system. And yeah, it works pretty well, and this pump has a 3-gasket seal, so it keeps the water from entering into the cable and the pump area of the motor. So it's a good system, comes with a guarantee, and should last a while for sure.
This is my pineapple basil, and it smells like pineapple. It has a beautiful flower. The flavor's incredible. I can use it in any kind of stir fry. I make tea out of it and everything, but the smell is so wonderful. Here we have our strawberry plants, and as long as we get to them fast enough before some little critter gets in here, we've got some great strawberries. And then I take the extensions and I'll just put them into the hole next to them, and then it's part of the hydroponics or aquaponics that it feeds through these tubes as well, and then the strawberries can continue to grow in this area. Well, here we've got some of the lettuce that's starting to grow up, so what I want to do is cut it off, because the whole idea about growing the lettuce like this is to be able to have it keep growing, so I don't have to go to the store and have my own farmer's market. So as it gets bigger, I cut it off and it continues to grow, which is really nice. If I catch it early enough, it won't die off, and so we can have a never-ending supply of lettuce. We've got a lot of the lettuce in the dirt here that's doing well. We've got some green leaf. Over here we've got red leaf, which I'll cut off for some salad with dinner tonight. It's getting pretty big, so I'll cut this and then I'll watch it start sprouting up again. And I've got a lot of romaine. The romaine type that we have here doesn't get as big of heads as I used to in the States, but it's still plenty, and the nutritional value of romaine is so much better than just a plain old green leaf, so we love having that in our salads as well. So over here I've got my spinach bed that has also been doubling as my papaya start. I just threw some of my scraps out here and the papaya seeds just took off. So once rainy season hits again, I'll transplant these papaya starts out into the farm and try and get those going really well, but it's a nice safe place to get them started. But here I've got, on this side, I've got some New Zealand spinach that a friend gave me, and it just takes off. It grows like wildfire. I had one little stalk that I put in the ground, just like this, no roots or anything. That's the beautiful part about Costa Rica. You stick it in the ground, and if it's raining, it grows. So I've got the New Zealand, and then I've got Australian spinach over on the other side. And as long as I keep cutting it, it keeps growing, and it's an amazing ecosystem in here. And so I love it because we always have our greens for our smoothies and our salads, stir fries, everything. It's non-stop. I can't keep up almost. So over here's where we have our starter trays. So when I get my seeds, I'll get all of the organic soil and I'll put it in here. We'll start the trays up here, and then when they get strong enough, we transplant them into the bigger beds and have them grow. Now, a lot of what you see here in the beds are strictly from seeds, my scraps. When I have to buy something or I use some of my own vegetables, I'll throw them back in the soil. It becomes part of the fertilization process, and then I get special surprises that pop up, tomatoes and bell peppers and all kinds of other things. So we've got the different stages of what we do too, between up above with the lettuce on the seeds here on the seed trays, and then what actually is in the beds. So this area below is where we have a lot of times our little brand new chickies that we get. We'll buy little tiny baby chicks, and it's too cold for them to be down in the in the chicken coop down below at night, so we have them in here, and it's a nice safe area. It's a mess right now because we haven't had any little chicks for a while. We've got the big chickens down in the chicken coop, but it's kind of nice to keep them warm in here, be able to take care of them, and then sometimes we can go, and as they start to get bigger, before we let them down in the full part of the chicken coop, we'll let them go in this area where we grow a lot of our squash and bigger root vegetables and things, and they'll clear it out and kind of work the soil and help us to fertilize the area and everything, so it kind of works hand in hand, which is really a nice thing. So tonight for dinner, I'm going to take everything that I gathered today here, my 3 different kinds of lettuces. I've got different colored peppers of different spiciness. I'm going to roast them for like a salad dressing, roasted red pepper with the tomatoes, the chayote. I've got some of the basil flower to incorporate in with my organic roasted chicken. Dinner is simple here, easy and fresh, and we've never been healthier. We love it. If you have any questions about Costa Rica, what it is like to live here, some of the details, we'd be happy to talk with you, so be sure to contact us at whynotcostarica.com. We'd love to help you see why we love it so much.